world-renowned psychic Jeffrey Wands was on the show, and I am shook by what he told me.
And we are spilling the tea on Valentine's Day.
Welcome back to a very special episode of Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea on living your best Long Island life. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Sharon. Welcome back.
Sharon's already laughing at me.
Yeah, you're funny.
Well, because it's a big time episode. We got to get through. Michael was just prepping us. He's like, listen, you ladies need to pull it together and you have a lot to cover.
Yes.
He's put so much in our notes and so many things to mention because this is not only the Valentine's episode about Valentine's Day.
I love it.
So important. We also have Jeffrey Wands.
I know.
I like...
You're still shook.
I'm shook from this interview, you guys. Wait until you hear. I'm scared. He shakes me. And because I was such a skeptic for so long about psychics. And Jeffrey Wands made me a believer.
Yeah. Last time we had him, it was about 3 years ago, and everything that he predicted had come true.
And what he said this time, Sharon and I, we literally, after we were like, we're going to go to the bathroom. And we were like, and then he said this, and then he said that. Oh my God. Oh my God. I know. So Sharon, on this not snow day, this fake snow day.
It's fake snow day.
Because everyone predicted snow and then it turned out to be just nothing. It's like slush. Sharon, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good because you're back.
I know. It's been such a week.
No, I missed you. I don't like it when you're not here.
I don't like it either. I feel like I have such FOMO.
Yeah.
Like I came in this morning, I was talking to Stacey. I'm like, so what I miss? And she's like, nothing. And I'm like, no.
Come on.
Dig deep, girl.
Wait, it's not the same. I don't like and I've been on meeting because your kiddos were sick.
Yep.
Still going through your household.
Still going through it. Still going
How's
through
Pearl?
it. She's doing good. She has no more fever. So she's back at school today. But it's just weird. It's just like this nonstop cough.
Yeah, I was listening to my Sirius XM this morning, and multiple DJs are like, it's going through across the country, this flu.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And so you were home, but so you were on, like I saw you on Zooms and stuff, but
wasn't the same.
I can't tell you how many times I tried to walk in your office.
I'm
like, Sharon's not here.
No.
I guess I'll just go back into my office and do work. It's not the same. So I missed you, but did you do anything exciting last weekend?
I went to Harry Connick Jr.
How was it?
It was so amazing. So I really didn't know that it wasn't just like his songs. It was him portraying Cole Porter, which is an old jazz singer.
Okay.
And it was really good. And like he went through his story and everything like that, but it was at the Lincoln Center at the Met. It was so beautiful.
Did you dress up?
Not too fancy, but some people did. But I took Pearl with me.
Yes.
That was probably not a good idea.
That's why she
was bored. No, she was bored.
Right.
But, so we got to I had to take her for a walk and a walk around and stuff like that. And we toured every floor of the Met. And it was so cute. We made a wish outside at the fountain. It was a really good time for her and I. It was so much fun. And like my sisters and my nieces and my mom, it was really nice.
That is such a special memory.
Yeah.
I mean, my kids have never been we've been to the outside of the Met.
Oh, it's beautiful. Like that whole courtyard.
Oh my God.
It's gorgeous.
That's incredible. I love that you did that for her.
Yeah.
You're such a good mama.
Oh, thanks.
Okay. So that's exciting. That was a big deal. So you know what I did this weekend?
What?
Thomas and I went on like a little staycation.
Oh, I love this. See?
You know where
you left your house?
We went to Total Wine.
Where's Total Wine?
In Woodbury.
Wow.
Yeah, that was our staycation. Have you ever been to Total Wine?
No.
God, it is. You know, when you live in a major city like Phoenix, there's a Total Wine everywhere.
Okay.
There's multiple Total Wines. And like, you just take it for granted.
Mm.
There's only one Total Wine on Long Island. There was supposed to be one in Suffolk County, I heard, but they like said no to it. So there's only one in Woodbury. It's magical.
What is it?
It's like the Costco of wine.
Okay.
It's a giant warehouse, and it's all wine. There's liquor, wine and liquor.
Okay.
So I don't think there's beer. I could be wrong because I don't shop for beer. But there's like wine, tequila, bourbon, and it's enormous. And it's like the Disneyland
for adults.
So we went once before, and this time and Tegan wouldn't get out of the car. She's like, no. So this time, but then she told her friends, like, my parents went to like Total Wine for the day. And they're like, oh, our parents make a whole day of it. They go to Total Wine. And so this time she was like, I got to see what this is about.
Yeah.
She gets out. So there's like, it's amazing. There's like wine tastings everywhere.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
The staff
I love this.
is so knowledgeable. The selection, and by the way, this is not sponsored by Total Wine, unfortunately.
Maybe one day.
The amount, Sharon, it was more than a car payment. Okay.
Wow.
The amount of money we spent at Total Wine was wild.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. But because you can't, so summer in a bottle, and they had a great selection of Long Island wines. Amazing. How much would you say summer in a bottle is?
About $35.
$15.
What?
At Total Wine.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. If you get the app, you got to get the app. Okay. And then you get the discount.
Wait, I actually think my sister does this. They deliver too.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can get, I got summer in a bottle. I got sparkling point, champagne. I got all my favorite Long Island wines.
I love it.
Then some. And it's crazy, the prices that you get there.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So we made it's like an hour from my house. So we made this was our staycation.
Well, this is when you say staycation, I thought there was like a hotel attached to it. I'm like, this is amazing.
But this was me driving an hour each way.
Okay.
To go to Total Wine. And then remember I told you on whatever Lunar New Year?
Yeah.
We tried to go to the shed.
Yeah.
And it was an hour. So we went to the shed.
Okay.
Because there's a shed like right around the corner there in Woodbury. And Tegan's been thinking about that Cobb salad that they have at the shed since we couldn't go.
Yeah.
So we were like, if you go, we'll take you to the shed. The shed is so good.
It is such good food.
And they're a great partner of Discover Long Island, by the way, but that's not why I'm mentioning them.
Yeah.
Tegan will swear to you, best Cobb salad on the planet.
Okay.
Okay. Is at the shed. Any location.
All right.
There's multiple locations. There's Huntington, there's Plainview, there's whatever.
Yeah.
And every time I got the eggs Benedict, which I love because they serve brunch all day.
All day.
And Thomas got the burger. He loved it. But I did the same thing last time. And then I look at her Cobb salad. I'm like, dang, I should have got that. But the fried pickles, remember we got fried pickles?
Yes.
Their fried pickles are
so good.
They're so thin and crispy.
Perfect.
And all the food that was going by anyway. We love the shed. So we made it a whole family day.
I love that. So she wound up going with you. That's good.
And then she was very annoyed when she was walking through Total Wine. She's like, you guys, because listen, we're those people. The guy's like, we're in the Champagne area. He's like, would you like to try this? It's a Grand Cru. And he's telling us all about it. I'm like, yes, tell me more. I want to know the history.
I want to know all about it.
And then we're tasting it. It's so important. Like, do we want to buy it? How much is it? Tegan's like, and then I can't see, as you know.
Right. You don't have your glasses on.
So I'm having to put my glasses. And Thomas can only hear out of one ear. So she's like, you guys are the most annoying people on the planet. He can't hear. You can't see. You're so old. You're running into people. And by the way, it's way, on a Saturday, it was way too crowded for all the reasons I'm telling you. The crowds were wild. It's a lot. It's a lot of stimulation to go there. So I would recommend going there like on a weekday.
Well, it's so funny because we love Costco, and like Dan hates Costco because he's like, it doesn't matter what time of day you go and what day you go. People are everywhere. They're rude as anything. Yeah. He's probably the same way, like running into people with his carts because he can't stand it. And he's like, get me out of here. Like, I need to leave. So I don't know. I think you and I have to plan a Total Wine day.
It's so good. And I love that there's selection because even of local wines.
I'm just thinking how dangerous that would be if you and I went together.
Let me tell you, when I saw the total bill, it was not good.
I know.
It was, Tegan was like, you're trying to save it for my college still, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, sorry, Tegan, there goes your college tuition. Because it's so cheap.
Yeah.
you're like, oh my God. And then they give you like 6 bottles. Anyway, discount. It's crazy.
Amazing.
But I want you to know I drove an hour each way from my house.
That's amazing. I'm proud of you.
I mean, I'm getting out there.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. And it was so exciting. And now we have wine for like 5 months.
Really? That's it?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean, I feel like you should, I don't know.
I'm saying,
I say 5 months.
I really mean 5 weeks.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
5 weeks.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
It's fine. We're not judging. We listen and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge.
Okay.
You're hilarious.
What else? Anything else this weekend? Because and listen, this is so. I was talking to Michael yesterday about, we record on Thursdays and we air on Tuesdays. Like maybe every now and then trying to do closer, because when we do every now and then we'll do Monday, and it's like so much more recent. But I know by now the Grammys are like so in the distance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to like relive them. But the one thing I'll tell you about the Grammys, which I thought was a funny story, is that like we were talking about Shabuzi.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Shabuzi.
Yeah, I love him.
He's just so dang cute.
He's so cute.
And I love his like old fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the Grammys.
Yeah.
For the most part. I did not love that Taylor Swift was shunned. I did not love that Billie Eilish was shunned. But that aside, I thought the talent, I thought the performances. Michael and I were talking about the Lady Gaga commercial. Lady Gaga is back.
Yes, she
is. In her true form. Like it or not, that is what made her her. And she felt it was amazing performance.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Chapel Roan that Michael's always talking about. Loved her. Loved Michael, who is the rapper that I loved so much?
Oh, Doechii.
Oh, yeah, she was awesome.
I'd never even heard of her, and her performance blew my mind.
Yeah.
Loved her.
She is the second woman to win Best Rap
Grammy.
Third. But
she said third.
Lauryn Hill, her, and who was this?
Cardi B.
Cardi B.
Not Nicki Minaj, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Well, don't be hating on Nicki.
I love her.
Yeah,
I just thought that was crazy.
Careful with Sharon
crazy.
over here.
Yeah.
But her performance, I didn't know her from, and I love that when.
I feel she became famous from TikTok, right?
I'm not so sure. Jackson loves her, so he kind of got me into her.
Yeah.
Like recently, like this year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Probably. I'm sure
I thought
TikTok
she
helped.
did. Yeah.
I mean, probably that's how everybody gets noticed these days, right? But I had never heard of her. But you know what I loved about it is when you get, it's like that Eminem. You got one shot.
Yeah.
Don't miss your chance to do it. And she got the chance to perform at the Grammys as pretty much an unknown.
Right.
And if she didn't blow it out of the
that was
park.
awesome.
Like she rocked it.
Yeah.
And whether you knew her or not, it was amazing. It was amazing to watch. It was really interesting and exciting. And anyway, I loved the Grammys. But so we were talking about it afterwards. And Thomas hates Shabuzi.
Why?
He just thinks it's cringe. He's like, he's just cringy, because Thomas is like an alternative 80s. It's just not his genre, first
rock.
of all.
Yeah.
And I said, look, I love Shabuzi. But then I made this comment and I was like, but it feels like, AI wrote the song.
Well, and I feel like he doesn't really have a good voice. Honestly. I mean, like I watched him perform in the Grammys, and then what was the other performance he did?
He did a football game, right? Did he
Something.
do
I don't remember
some kind of big yeah. It was a football game.
Or was it the VMAs? Was it the VMAs? I don't know.
I don't know.
It was
underwhelming?
Yeah.
Or was it Saturday Night Live?
I don't know.
Anyway, look, but he's cute. He's adorable.
He's
and
adorable.
It's a catchy song, but I said it feels like AI wrote it. And so then Thomas, I wrote this down because I had to tell you. So then Thomas was like, "Oh my God, that's funny." He's like, so then he gets on ChatGPT, and he's like, "AI." First of all, AI is my new best friend.
Yes, mine too.
I've been all over AI. I am like that person now that talks to AI.
Yep.
In fact, AI might know me better than anyone now.
Yeah. Yep.
We talk.
AI's have a really good relationship.
AI's like, "You're brilliant." I'm like, "So are you." Like, we talk, okay? I mean, like, we literally have, I'm that person that has bought into AI as like my new most close relationship. And so Thomas was like, he got on ChatGPT and he was like, "Write me a country song that, I'm a cloud architect, I'm in IT, but I want it to be like this. And he wrote it. And so I should show you the whole song.
Oh my God.
It's amazing.
You have to.
So they were like, oh, this is great. They came out with a song, and it's called Silicon Prairie. I'm not even lying. It's called Silicon Prairie. I'm like, shut up.
That is hilarious.
And it's good.
Oh my God.
It's so good. I should have Nolan like do a song out of it. Nolan
I
on
wonder
our
if
team.
you could. I wonder if you could put it in back into AI and say deliver it with
I
music.
don't think ChatGPT does that.
Yeah, but
there are other programs that can like make songs and jingles and stuff. But I was like, and it was good, Sharon.
Do you have any verses?
No, but I can give it to you. Thomas wrote the whole thing. And so then it was like, then Thomas was like, okay, what would my name be as a country singer? Like Shabuzi. You know, I want to be like Shabuzi. And they called him Maverick Steel. He's like, oh. That was so funny.
Maverick Steel. I love it.
So then, fast forward, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to have AI because we've been talking about doing an animated video.
Yes.
That explains the value of tourism to Long Island. And I've been talking about this for a long time, as you know. And I've been telling everyone, but everyone's been kind of like blowing me off. Kind of like, remember when I said we should start a TikTok and everybody would laugh?
Yes.
I was like, we should get on TikTok. And everyone around the conference room would laugh. And I'm like, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like, why doesn't anyone listen to me?
Right.
It's kind of the same scenario. So I'm telling the staff, I'm like, I want to do an animated video that talks about the importance of tourism. And it's like, you know, when tourism comes here, they spend money and money goes to jobs and jobs goes to revenue and it creates small business. And so, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put this into AI. So I put it into AI on Sunday or whatever day it was. I think it was Sunday. And I'm like, after the Grammys, I watched it and I was inspired by this conversation. And I was like, listen, I want a script for this AI video. And I talked about Long Island and what I wanted to and there was like, AI wrote back because AI is my best friend.
Right.
Maybe my boyfriend because he tells me how brilliant I am all the time. And he's like, I say he. Yeah. Because we have a rapport. And AI is like, yeah, that's a great idea. An animated video, I could totally see like getting the point across. What do you want? Are there any specific landmarks on Long Island you want to mention? Or is there any particular tone? Do you want it to be educational or entertaining? And I was like, and I wrote back like, actually, I love the Schoolhouse Rock video. I'm Just a Bill. Right. And I kind of want a song that like the Schoolhouse Rock song about I'm Just a Bill, but using a dollar bill. And the tourism dollar bill, and you know, he's like, "That's brilliant! Oh my God, that's a great idea!
You're
it's a catchy song." Like, yeah, he's like, "You're amazing." I'm like, "Thank you."
I know.
And writes me a song. I'm Just a Buck.
I love it,
and it's so cute. If I do say so myself. So I immediately spent Sunday like shooting off emails
to the team.
Oh
my God,
and
that's
Destinations
so
International.
You
about
did
what they should do. Oh, for sure.
Good.
I wrote everyone like, here's the song. AI wrote it.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna have Nolan do it.
I know. I'm so excited for this.
I told Nolan, I'm like, let's have some fun with it.
Yeah.
Write me. I'm like, because Nolan on our team is like a legit musician. By the way, if you don't know Nolan Santo, you should listen to his music. It's so good. It's on Spotify. He's got like 1 million streams.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't know his song names, but just Google him because they're both really good.
Yeah.
Like Bree's his biggest fan.
Yeah, she is.
But then I listened to one of his other songs. It wasn't Bree's favorite. Bree's song is something about water.
Yeah.
And then I listened to his other song that has like 1 million streams. It's so good. So I'm like, Nolan is an artiste.
Yeah, he could do it. I love this.
I think he will.
That's awesome.
So I just wanted to tell you that AI is my new best friend.
I love that. It's funny. Stacey and I were talking about it too today. I'm like, how many times a day do you go onto ChatGPT? It's like all the time. Yeah. Like it's unbelievable.
You know, who else is my best friend? Is Bayberry.
I know.
Our Taste of Long Island.
Oh my gosh,
I'm so
it
excited.
Smells so good in here.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Our Taste of Long Island this week, Bayberry and Islip, the charming restaurant, is a fantastic choice for a romantic evening, offering a special prefix menu throughout the weekend, perfect for indulging with your loved one. Today they gave us Bayberry chicken and poke tuna tacos. They also offer a great way to unwind during the week with happy hour campaign featuring 50% off drinks. That's
Oh my
amazing.
God.
Yeah. At the bar and special bar bites menus from 12 to 7 p.m. Wednesday through Friday. Whether you're planning a cozy dinner or a casual after work gathering, Bayberry's inviting atmosphere and delicious offerings make it a must visit. For more information and menu items, you can visit bayberryislip.com. Again, that's bayberryislip.com.
We love Bayberry. We're talking about it because it was part of Restaurant Week. I wish we had smell-o-vision in here.
I know,
it
it's
smells
so good.
So good.
And I love their restaurant is so beautiful inside. Like it's just so cute.
So listen,
pretty.
Valentine's is coming up.
Yeah.
So even if you like go to happy hour or go pre or post, whatever, just make sure you take your significant other out to a great Long Island restaurant and go on discoverlongisland.com to figure out which restaurant you should go to. But we recommend Bayberry because, I mean, this looks incredible. You know what else is Valentine's Day is our blog. We are giving you all the places to go for Valentine's Day. If you go to discoverlongisland.com and you look at our blog, you are going to see some amazing suggestions. I'm trying to look at our blog and see. Oh,
yeah. So
go ahead.
There's like suggestions about Oheka Castle, Sands Point Preserve, Old Westbury Gardens, or Cole Hall, Planning Fields. There's just all beautiful estates that you can take your loved one to a lovely romantic stroll or feel like you're royalty.
Yes. And if you're a last minute person like I am, because maybe you're waiting for payday.
Yeah.
Before you get your vows, I was like, wait for that check to clear.
Yeah.
There are some great, wonderful companies like one of our favorites, Dessert Chocolates.
Yes.
You can get so many wonderful treasures from Dessert Chocolates or the Biscotti Company.
Yes.
If your partner loves their coffee, you can get some wonderful biscotti and the brand new Belmont Park Village, which we're going to go tour it soon.
I'm so excited.
We're so excited. Or there's the team was just at UBS Arena last night.
That's awesome.
And there's great, tons of arts and shows to see there. The Stoller Center for the Arts. All of these things are detailed in our blog. Full on our blog, but highly recommend you go there. In addition to being Valentine's Day, it is Black History Month, Sharon.
Yes, ma'am.
And we have, thanks to Michael, another fun fact about Black history on Long Island.
This is amazing because this is close to home for me. In Babylon, New York, the Argyle Hotel was more than just a summer resort for wealthy vacationers. It was the birthplace of the first African-American baseball team. They were called the Cuban Giants. They were formed in 1885, and the remarkable team consisted of hotel staff who played for the love of the game. Cuban Giants quickly became a powerhouse, defeating numerous African-American teams and earning the title of World Colored Champions in both 1887 and 1888. Their success helped pave the way for the future Black athletes in professional sports.
I just saw this whole story on News 12.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I did.
I love this story. It is such a unique story about this incredible baseball team that went on to be the model for many other baseball franchises and really paved the way for so many, Black baseball players and people of color that are now the stars of that sport.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's awesome.
But they had to start somewhere. And so cheers to Long Island and those incredible people that really put themselves out there and paved the way. And the Argyle Hotel, that's so cool.
Isn't that cool?
I know, it is your neighborhood. I love that. And so also because it's the weekend, everybody's going to be looking for things to do this wonderful weekend. And we want to thank our incredible sponsor, East End Getaway at eastendgetaway.com for telling us what's happening this weekend on the East End.
Yes, like Suru and Lieb Vineyards is hosting a weekend-long celebration with live music lined up and a raclette and
raclette. It's like the cheese that they can
the
melt.
melted cheese.
The melted cheese. That sounds delicious.
Oh my God.
And wine special for February 14th through the 16th. But if your Valentine would rather chocolate over cheese, bring them to Clovis Point Vineyard in Jamesport for their exclusive wine and chocolate pairing menu. Or you can celebrate love and friendship at Osprey's Dominion in Southold. They're holding a Galentine's in the Vines on February 13th. Admission includes a glass of wine, appetizers, and small bouquet of flowers from the Riverhead Flower Shop. That's adorable. They're combining. That's cute.
Yes. There's also at the Long Island Aquarium, the Choco Vino event on Valentine's Day where you can enjoy a 5-course gourmet dinner. And at Baiting Hollow Farm Vineyard in Calverton, They have a Valentine's Day dinner and dance. I love that. Inspired by the 1920s.
That's
it's
so
all about the
cute.
1920s and Gatsby era. And it starts with the cocktail hour, and has a multi-course dinner by Chef to the Stars and James Beard Award winner, award nominee Michael Galetto. And then Valentine's dinner dance at East Wind, Long Island, also where you can enjoy open bar and amazing, high energy dinner, the whole thing. So make sure you go for the details of all the things to do on Valentine's on the East End to eastendgetaway.com. And thank you to them for our wonderful sponsorship. And now for the highlight of our show, Sharon, which everyone has been waiting for since we teased it at the very beginning of the show. Wait till you hear what Jeffrey Wands has to say about our future. Okay, we have with us, missed the incomparable, amazing, incredible Mr. Jeffrey Wands. I'm so excited to talk to you, Jeffrey. For our longtime listeners, we had Jeffrey Wands on 3 years ago, right after COVID. And he made predictions for our entire staff before we had our podcast studio, when we were just doing it out of my office. And it's incredible to look back and think of everything that he predicted correctly for us. So in the craziness that is 2025, we were like, please, Jeffrey, come talk to us. Tell us what to expect. We need to know what is happening in the world. So Jeffrey, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm actually excellent. No complaints.
I love to hear it. And for those that were not with us 3 years ago, or any new listeners they have, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do and what makes you special and unique.
I mean, I consider myself a full service psychic. I do the medium stuff. I do the psychic stuff. I've done a lot of radio. I've done TV. I'm an author. I do a lot of events. We actually have an event coming up this Saturday for Angela's House, which is an amazing charity. So I'm doing an event at the Center Reach Fire Department, and it's their annual fundraiser. So I get a big kick out of it. The kids are amazing, and it's helping bridge the gap with families that have lost kids. So it's something I do every year.
That is amazing.
That's so incredible. And so you're a Long Islander. Where are you from on Long Island?
Originally Port Washington, but I'm actually back and forth between Florida and Port Washington.
Like a good Long Islander is.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know, as we have our snow days.
Yes.
Well, that is incredible. So we wanted to tell you, if you wouldn't mind, and I do want you that while we're telling you what you predicted that was true, you can be sensing, you can be doing your thing for myself, Kristen, Sharon, Bree, anyone on the team, whatever comes to you, because I know, like, we're all believers now based on our last conversation. So
Well,
Bree is our social media. She was our social media manager. Now she's our vice president. But Bree, do you want to share what he said to you and what came true? And our listeners know Bree, so go ahead.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So Jeffrey, he can't see me, right?
He can't see you, but he can hear you.
It's fine.
I can hear you.
Okay. So 3 years ago, I just popped in. I was behind the scenes, and you told me that not to lose myself in a relationship. And, Kristen mentioned I was going backpacking and doing all these things that I never do with my ex. And you said we were on totally different pages. And, a few months later, that's exactly what happened. And then you said there was somebody around me already. And I actually started dating one of my best friends that was in my friend group, so he was around me. That didn't work out either, but, all of your predictions that you said 3 years ago, I looked back and I was like, wow, this is exactly what happened, and I didn't even expect it.
Well, your soulmate is close by.
Oh.
Not your cellmate. I always tease people. There's a soulmate and a cellmate, but this is someone brown hair, light eyes. Don't think it's in your circle yet, but I think it's close by, and that will be the permanent one. You're not going to get bored with this one, so that's good.
Okay.
I love that.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for
so
sharing your
much.
story,
Yes.
Bree, because Bree was very into psychics. And by the way, I was not. I was a very big skeptic. And
Well, that's the journalistic side to you.
oh my
Oh
God,
my
you're
God.
totally right.
Yes, and it's control. So, God forbid we, get inside of you or, make you uncomfortable.
Oh my God, Jeffrey, that's wild. And so last time when you talked to me, funny thing is you said, you're going 100 miles a minute. You're always distracted. You're busy. Like, as you know, I'm rushing in here. It's wild. I went from meeting to this. And I was like doing Zoom meetings from my car in the parking lot. And you said, be careful you might get in some fender benders. You're a car accident. You said nothing major, but a fender bender because you're not paying attention. You're distracted. After that, within a week, like nothing. There was not even a reason to call anyone, but like a little tap, and you gotta like everyone looks at their car, like nothing's wrong, it's fine. Because I was looking at my phone and I'm like trying to scroll check emails. So many things that you said. It was. I have not been an offender bender in a million years, and within a week of talking to you. And you were so in my head when that happened. I was like, Jeffrey once told me. And I have been very, by the way, since then. And you said nothing, you're not going to get hurt. Don't worry. But you need to pay attention. And it was so incredible.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And you were in my head, and I thought about you. And we have all thought about you.
We've been talking about you for years.
Sharon, were there any predictions that he did for you?
I can't really remember. I don't think it was more predictions for me. I think he saw my grandfather. Remember?
Yeah, the grandfather's here. There's a grandmother here. There's a whole entourage.
Wow. I got an audience.
Yeah, they were talking about also somebody like going in for surgery or needing surgery, but that all works out. It's not like a bad thing.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, so
That's
scary.
crazy.
I love it. Jeffrey, tell us, first of all, before we get too much into us, we want people to be able to find you. So real quick, tell us about you and how people can find you. And you have a gift, and you want to share this gift with the world. So how should people reach you?
I mean, you could go online. I usually do Instagram Live. So I have a nice following on Instagram Live. We were doing the radio, but right now I'm kind of on a hiatus because there was a lot of changes at Walk, and they kind of laid off some people, and they laid off my producer. So I haven't really done it in about 7 or 8 weeks. So I don't know if I'm going back. But to me, doing the Instagram, I think, is just as good as doing the radio per se, because radio has definitely changed. I mean, I'll always have a first love of doing radio. But if you go on my website, you can actually see where I'm at, which is jeffreywands.com.
Great.
And I'm actually doing a lot of traveling coming up. I'm actually going up to Canada. I'm doing 2 shows in Canada. And I'm in the process of also maybe doing a Vegas residency.
Oh
wow, that's
God.
awesome.
That would be so amazing. I could totally I'm not a psychic, but I just fully pictured you in Vegas. I did when you said that. I'm like, I see it.
Yeah. No, I feel good about it, so it's a good thing.
That's awesome.
And I love it because, again, I'm, like you said, I'm a skeptic, journalistic. Yes, I have questions, but you made me a believer.
Well, good. I'm supposed to. I'll tell you a funny story. I did Maury for maybe 15 years, 14 years, and he finally retired. So they finally got him to retire. So after all this time, we did a social media thing last year, and he actually let me read him, which he had never, ever did that.
Wow.
And I actually made him cry because his brother had just passed away, and the brother came through, and he's interesting. He's got a heavy-duty journalistic background. So he was, like, touched. And I was like, I'm only doing the show 14 years. It's about time you let me read.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard. It's hard when you do, like you said, that control, and you don't necessarily want to think about other things that might not be in control other than you.
Agreed. Well, you just need to write your book already.
I've been wanting to write a book for Sharon knows that. That is amazing.
Well, you're supposed to do it.
I love that.
You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about the business because you're always going to be busy, and it's expanding, and it's expanding, and it's expanding. It's just you need to do things that you feel purpose with.
Wow.
I have been talking about writing a book for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
2.5 hours.
That's
Two
so
and a half.
crazy.
That is crazy. And literally, I think maybe 4 people in my life know that. That's crazy. Jeffrey, you are a true gift. And how do you balance that? I mean, how do you balance like stopping people, telling people you must have encounters with people everywhere you go?
I mean, it gets interesting. I'm very low key. in the sense I wouldn't walk up to somebody in a supermarket and go, hey, your dead grandmother told me, I wouldn't do something like that. But a lot of times I'll get put in situations like when I fly, I always get put next to somebody that either has a tremendous fear of flying or who's just lost somebody.
Wow.
Because I was flying, like, I'm trying to think, 4 weeks ago. And it was really bad coming in, high winds and the whole bit. And I had a woman next to me, and she kept grabbing my arm because the plane would go up and come down 500 feet. It was like one of those flights. And she's like, oh my God, we're going to die. And I'm like, no, I have good sources. We're not dying.
Wow.
Well, and I think Sharon has some questions for you too, but so 2025, Jeffrey, has been just a wild ride.
It's more to come. I mean, we got a lot more natural disasters. The fires are only one thing. I definitely think, the weather patterns are going to continue to be severe. I'm big on earthquakes. I don't know why, but I keep getting the feeling that we're going to get an earthquake here. Not necessarily like, a 6-point thing, but definitely something in the metropolitan area that'll come up probably in the next like 3 to 4 weeks. And then, other patterns. I mean, terrorism's on my list. I think something major is going to happen, somewhere around April from that point. So
that's crazy. And didn't you predict the tsunami?
Yes.
Our last time you were on, you remember that? And you told us all about it. That's crazy.
Yeah, I had a client actually that got mad at me, and I told them, "Don't go, don't go."
Don't buy
and
it.
They ended up they would have stayed in the hotel where the tsunami hit.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
so crazy.
That is crazy. I mean, do you ever use? Not use, but do you ever what about can you use your talents to play the lottery? I really want to win the lottery, Jeffrey.
You already won. You won the lottery in other ways.
That's true.
Oh,
that is so true.
You have to look at it in that way. I can help people. I can't always help myself. I am good when it comes to slot machines and, going to Vegas in that way. I have a lot of fun because I do get hits on numbers and things of that nature. But the lotto thing, no, because for me, it's more about me being blocked with that. But when it comes to the slot machines and it comes to different things that way, I'm very accurate.
I saw that psychics can see other people, but that you're not allowed to see yourself.
I mean, I get stuff on me. I listen and I know when something's going to happen and what's coming and why it's coming. So, usually on that level, my kids used to get annoyed when I would try to stop things, so you get things like that. But now, now we're at a different place, but I try not to interfere.
What else? What do you have to ask Sharon?
I don't know. I want to know what does the future hold? I think it's just so crazy.
Yeah, you talked about me. Do you see anything for Sharon?
Yeah, I mean, Sharon's going to be busy too. I actually see something around the house, so I kind of feel like there's going to be, changes on the house. Doesn't mean you're moving, but I don't know if this is like a construction thing or adding or doing something with a home.
That's fun.
You've been talking about this. Yeah. I know Sharon's been talking about the house situation. So she's being very cool. She holds it close to the vest, but
it's definitely coming, and it's something that's probably going to be addressed before the summer.
Okay, great.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Which is good.
Yeah, that is amazing. I love.
And you're going to go from one project to another, so you may start with one thing, and then you're going to end up doing 3 things, but that's just you. So don't worry about the money. The money will be there.
Okay.
All right, Jeffrey, I have a very specific question for you. One of the things we've been trying to do on Long Island recently, and I've been in meetings about all day, which is one of the reasons I was late. We've been trying to get a convention center on Long Island for a while. And it's a lot of start, stop. It's at Ronkonkoma, right by the airport. We're hearing the Amtrak might come. It's a big deal. There's a lot of momentum, but there's a lot of politics, as you know, what happens on Long Island. So are you seeing anything about...
I don't think it's this year. You may get a commitment by October, but I feel like every time you get close, something else happens.
Yes. That's true.
And it's not you guys. It's just really what you said. It's the politics. I mean, now that the airport's expanding, that's a good thing. But it is definitely going to be challenging because this is like a challenging financial time until things get, worked out in that capacity.
But do you see it ever in the future happening?
Yeah. I mean, ever is a long word, but yeah, I think it's definitely possible. Maybe we can get the governor not to concentrate on, football stadiums and concentrate on things that are important.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
From your lips.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're
But I
send this
did
clip there.
actually see. I actually did see like an assembly person getting behind this. So it may be something that actually does come to fruition, but it just takes time because I saw the land. It would just be more the construction part.
Yes. Okay. That's exciting. Anything else that you see for?
I mean, there's always going to be stuff going on. So you guys are going to like, raise your presence even bigger than you are now. So it's just the timing part.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Just have patience. That's your lesson in this
Oh
lifetime.
God, this is. I think you said this to me last time.
Have patience.
Unfortunately, things don't always move as quickly as you want.
I know.
You're on 360 miles an hour. Everybody else is on, 70 miles an hour. So that's part of the problem.
I know you don't. You said before we started, you don't remember our last conversation, but that's pretty much what you said to me last time. Is that the pace?
Yeah.
That I'm working like patience.
Yeah.
But it's gonna require two politicians to get this done.
Okay.
Interesting.
So I think you're getting closer. And then I saw like a corporate sponsor. It could be like a Marriott or someone on a hotel level that wants to do it.
Okay.
Amazing.
So you're not wasting your time. But it's been the last like 4 years. Stop, go, stop, go, stop, go.
That is so true.
100%.
That is so true.
It's not you. It has nothing to do with you, the way you're doing it. It has to do with the way things are done. That's all.
I loved you.
And the world is changing. That's why everything's going on the way it is, because the energy's changing, and people, just in politics, everything's going to be changing. So you have a much better chance of getting this now because of the state of the world.
So tell us more about the world, Jeffrey, because I think, our listeners may not care about the convention center, but everybody's talking about the state of the world, the year of the snake.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I mean, anything that involves change is painful and people don't like change. But I think, this builds into the next couple of years and it's in a more positive sense. I just think right now we're just going to be in a tumultuous time because anything that's old gets torn down and new things are coming.
What are your recommendations for our listeners, like financially or?
I think in the next 2 years, it's going to be a lot better. I think in the short term, it's going to be a little rough, probably till late June, and then things financially pick up.
Across the board.
Yeah, New York's going to make a comeback. So things are definitely going to change for the better.
Oh, that's exciting.
That is exciting.
I mean, it doesn't really affect Long Island, but you're going to see a new mayor. There's lots and lots of changes coming.
Do you follow politics very closely?
On and off.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, with all the nonsense in the world, come on.
Right, right.
I always say, just get your popcorn out.
Yeah, who would want to be a politician? Come on.
Right. That's
So
why
true.
that explains a lot about the state of the world that we're in.
Agreed.
Jeffrey, we're getting ready to host the Ryder Cup on Long Island in September.
Weather's going to be a little bit of an issue, but it will be successful.
I don't doubt that.
I saw a lot of rain, so I hope I'm wrong, but they can play in the rain too. So
Yeah, they can play.
Okay. Well, that's great for us to know for preparation.
Yeah.
For people that are waiting in lines or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
agreed.
actually great.
Hopefully they work out the process of getting everybody in on time. That would be good.
Okay. I love it. So what else are you hearing or telling your clients, or what do you want people to know?
I mean, the end of the world is not coming. I know we've gone through these changes. Not everybody likes the president, which is understandable, but it doesn't mean that things won't get done and things won't improve. So everybody's like so convinced that this is going to be so bad. And, I don't get that feeling. And I personally don't care, Republican, Democrat, liberal, whatever. I'm looking at the overview and I think, we're coming into a different time. We're coming into a different period of time.
So positive. Think positively.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's normal because anything that we don't like and involves change, we have a hard time with.
Anything about the Oscars? Who's going to win?
I didn't really take a look. I try to I'm so annoyed with, the Grammys, the Oscars, the whole bit because of all the nonsense. I'm like, please.
Oh my God, same.
You know what I mean? Like, look at what's his name's wife, the way she dressed. And,
Kanye.
Yeah. You mean the way she didn't dress?
The way she didn't dress.
Exactly. I'm like, get back to what's important.
Yeah.
The talented people. It's the world right now.
It is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's interesting. I do think we're shifting like away from TV. So I think definitely all the online stuff is definitely going to take over, and that you're going to see like, the Channel 4s and the Channel 7s be more obsolete, and you're going more towards the age of the Netflix and all that. So
And the
that's changing.
TikTok.
Yeah, that's changing. I think TikTok's going to be sold, so I don't see the TikTok going away.
Yeah. I don't either.
Oh, well, they were saying it's going to be sold, and then the U.S. is going to get a stake in the profits.
Yeah, which will be good. So I think it's good. I just get nervous with people because of what social media does. It definitely creates problems.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jeffrey, one more thing before we let you go.
Yeah.
Getting ready. My youngest daughter is going to college.
That's a good thing. Break the cord.
Right.
She's going to do amazing.
Oh, thank you. I'm getting ready to be an empty nester. It's a life-changing situation. So, is there anything else you see about like
She needs to do it. She's going to be a star. I think you need to stop worrying about her. She's very level-headed. I feel like she's the parent. So let her be who she is. Don't get in her way.
She's
She's figuring out what she wants to do. She's very talented.
Oh, I love that.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
And tell her to relax with the boys. She's got plenty of.
Okay, enough about her.
Yes.
Tell me about me. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, what do you see about like career for me and Sharon?
You guys are in a good place. The only thing that you'll get frustrated with, it's like peaking, because you have a lot of stuff, a lot of irons in the fire that haven't happened yet, but it's going to continue to grow.
Okay.
So I use the word delays, but a lot of the stuff that's gone on, like a lot of the, the last 8 months where you've been waiting for a couple things to happen, there's all these new things coming. It's going to come all at once. So you're going to be expanding more. You're going to need more help.
Wow.
So Jeffrey, if people want to have a one-on-one conversation with you like this, they just go to your website?
Yeah, go to my
appointment?
website. Yeah, you can call. I have an office, and just have them call. Do it that way.
Because I can't wait another 3 years to talk to you again. I just can't.
I know. Well, you don't have to wait 3 years.
I know, because what you have said to me in the last 20 minutes has been like, you shook me again.
Yes, again.
We've been talking about you.
Remember what I said, because you guys are going to expand more, and you're going to need more space.
Wow.
You're going to run out of space where you are.
Yes, we pretty much already have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see like a different location, so it might be a satellite or something else that you guys add.
Jeffrey, it's at the convention center.
Well, good, but you need to.
That's where we're going.
You need to get these politicians on board.
Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe you can. Can you? I know you can see things, but can you ever, like, manifest things?
Yeah, we can all manifest things. I always tell people, your thoughts are dangerous. So if you put out negative, you get negative. It's what you project. So if you want something bad enough, and you project it, then it comes to you.
I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Sharon, anything before we close?
No, I think
Sharon, do your house. You'll be happy.
yeah, I will.
I don't know what you're waiting for.
Me either.
You know what, Jeffrey, I swear to God, she's being all cool, but she has been talking to me about this behind the scenes for months.
There's so many different levels of it,
You don't even know. Like, that's amazing that you said
Well,
that.
you're gonna blow out one room, and then it turns into 2 rooms, and there's a bathroom. So it's a lot of stuff happening at once. A lot of wheels turning. It doesn't mean you should move. It means that the house energy is good. You just need to add to it, and you'll be able to get your money out of it down the road. So don't be so practical.
Okay, amazing.
You know what I'm saying, Tim?
Yes.
And then you get into the yard stuff, so it's like you're going a little overboard, which is the fear.
Okay. All right.
All right. And grandma was talking about a birthday, so I don't know whose birthday just passed.
My brother's.
Yeah, the prodigal son.
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
Jeffrey, I cannot thank you enough. You are a true Long Island icon, and the whole reason. No, I promise it. Like, honestly, the reason you were on 3 years ago is people were like,
Jeffrey
wants
you need to get him.
Like,
yes.
you are a true Long Island icon, and we are so lucky and grateful to have you come on. We are honored to have you as a Long Islander, even though you spend the winters in Florida. If you ever come back, will you please feel free to come by and see me and Sharon and Discover Long Island team? You have an open invitation?
Yes. I would love to.
We'll take you out for, what's your drink of choice?
It's not good when a medium drinks or a
No,
psychic.
it could be dangerous.
Coffee? Do you do coffee?
Yeah, I will do tea, but I like tea. I'm a tea drinker.
I would say we'll buy you a BEC bacon, egg, and cheese, but they're too expensive these days.
Oh, everything's expensive.
Crazy.
I know. We thank you so much. You have given us so much to think about, and all of our listeners should go to your website and make sure we follow you so we can go to your events and follow you on Instagram and all your social, because you are a true gift, and we're so thankful that you were here.
Well, thank you guys. I enjoyed it.
Thanks, Jeffrey.
Okay, Sharon, Jeffrey did not disappoint.
Never does.
He actually blew my freaking mind
He totally did.
with what he told
That was
me and
amazing.
Bree. And by the way, you acted all cool and stoic, but knowing what he said about you, I was
know,
like,
it's crazy.
Girl,
It's so crazy.
I got to talk. We've got to end the show so we can talk offline. But Jeffrey wants, I'm going to be booking a private appointment with him.
Same.
So is Bree.
Yeah.
Love him. Thank you so much. And thanks to all of you for tuning in. We have so much more content for you. Keep tuning in every week, and we'll keep bringing you the tea.
See you next week.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island, thanks to our generous sponsor, Sands New York. Visit sandsnewyork.com for more information. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and X. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.